Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to take a look at this. This is another of the notepads that my wife gifted me during Inkvent. This is a Memmo Notepad. See if I can get there so you can actually see the name of it. There we go. Join me now down on the table. We'll take a look at the notepad. We'll take a look through it, just briefly look at the paper. And then what I'll do is I'll do some writing samples with various fountain pens to see how well this paper holds up to them. Welcome down to the table. I'm starting the video just slightly with this turned around just so you can see the full size of it. This is an A5 notebook. I'll turn it around now so we can actually see it in the right way up. So blue colour. Very nice, I like this. As you can see, I've already taken it out of the wrapper. We've got this grey band going around. Here it's telling us what it is. It's a memo and it's dotted. Capture your thoughts. 152 pages of 142 by 200 millimeters, near enough A5. 100 GSM acid-free pages and fountain pen friendly. I do like this colour. It's called a deep sea indigo. I think it's quite nice. There was loads of different colours available when I was looking for this. If we turn it over to the back, so again, still on this added bit here, we've got the Memmo dotted notebook, deep sea indigo. Memmo dotted notebooks are creative platforms made of high quality Korean paper and bound in extraordinary cover material that is sensual to the touch. The edge colouring and end papers add a sensitive design precedence. Sounds really nice, doesn't it? I say that's just there. So let's take this off so we can focus on the book. So opening up the front page, the inside lined in grey looks quite nice actually with that indigo. Go forward. Memmo, capture your thoughts, and then memmo.com.au and 100 GSM. Then we get straight into the paper. So it's dotted. It looks like it might be 6mm dots. I had forgot to pick this up. Let me fetch in the rule of measuring so we can take a look. So looking at this, these are 5mm dots. So it's 5mm dotted grid. And just flicking through, it's consistent. It's a slightly creamy colour. I've gone part way through, sort of lay flat. As I use this book, as I go through it, I'll expect that this will flatten down a little bit. Because it's still new, it's still very stiff. We've got here a page marker, just the one page marker. And then, again, just flicking through. Very nice. I say it's like a creamy colour. Feels nice, doesn't feel overly textured, but also doesn't feel like it's coated. So I'm going to go all the way to the back of the book. So there's the back. At the bottom there we do have Memmo dotted. They do offer this in a lined paper as well. I'm going to the back because on the last page, so here's the last page. Then I went one page in. This is where I've done my test writing. And I've got to be honest, I'm quite disappointed with this. Now, this test writing I've done so far, this was done a few days ago, may have been a bad day for me to do it. It was 38 Celsius. It was a stinking hot day. I'm assuming that's why this has affected this, because each of these hash marks, that was me trying to do like a drying time test. And literally every single one of them, even the 1.5 stub nib, was dry straight away. Oh, I've told you a lie. I actually did write down the temperature. It was 34 centigrade. So I'm a bit worried that we might not get a lot of drying. So let's see, because obviously I've written with some pens already. Let's give this another quick, see if we can get this to lie a little bit flatter. There we go. I'm going to write with another 4 pens. So the ones I've already used was the Lamy AL Star with Diamond Garland. Helps if I show it there. The ones I've already used, he says, the Lamy AL Star, 1.5 stub nib, Diamond Garland. A Jinhao 80 with Robert Oster Fire Engine Red. That's got a fine nib on it. The Narwhal Stoolkill, medium nibbed, Diamine Ruby Blues. The Asvine P20 with Diamine Glacier. And then the Traveco Sport with Robert Oster Grungilt. We will come and have a look at these because I've deliberately chosen a lot of the inks because they've all got different properties. So, the next one. This is one we're going to write with. Jinhao 159. So, Jinhao. Very loud writing. 159. With a medium nib. The ink is by Noodlers. And it's Navajo Turquoise. Let's see what the drying's like. Virtually dry immediately. Now, this could be because it's the back page. What I'll do is we'll go through this, then we're going to just quickly skip to another page and try a random page. The next pen, Sailor Pro Gear Slim. This has got a broad nib. So we've got here the Sailor Pro Gear Slim with a broad nib. The ink is by Diamine and it's Aurora Borealis. And what's this dry like? Again, immediately dry. We'll try next with a Canwright Heritage. This has got a double broad nib on it. So I'm trying different size nibs. I'm really trying to push this as well as explore it. So we've got here a Canwright Heritage with a double broad nib. The ink by Dominant Industry. Lake. Again, immediately dry. We're seeing a pattern coming through. The last pen I'm going to write with, this is a TWSBI Eco. And this has got a 1.1 stub and it doesn't even want to write. A TWSBI Eco with a 1.1 stub. The ink by Diamine and it's Black Ivy. Again, immediately dry. So what I said I'm going to do, I'm just going to go for a random page. Just down here at the bottom because I don't want to waste the whole page. I'm just going to use this Black Ivy. So we are getting a little bit of smudge in there. Let's also try it with a Jinhao 159 and that Noodler's Navajo Turquoise. Again, virtually dry immediately. For a comparison, this is an Endless Recorder notebook. It's 68 GSM Tomoe River paper. That's what I was expecting to see. With a Black Ivy. So definitely this paper, super absorbent, dries extremely quickly. So let's head back to where we've been doing that writing. We'll take a quick look through. So with the Diamine Garland, I'm seeing a little bit of the shimmer coming through here where I was starting with writing test. Bit there on the 1.5. Not seeing any sheen. Because it's drying so fast, I can understand why not. Jinhao 80, that's just a standard red. Yeah, looks all right. Ruby Blues, the Stoolkill, that should have a red sheen. Absolutely none coming through. The Asvine P20, that's got Diamine Glacier. So we've got there the Star Bright. And yes, we are seeing loads of that Star Bright, loads of that silver. Traveco Sport with Robert Oster Grungilt. Not expecting any sheen, but I am expecting a gold shimmer, and I do see little bits of that. Not as much as I see on most other papers, though. With a Navajo Turquoise, didn't expect much. That's generally just a plain turquoise colour for me. Same with the teal here of the Aurora Borealis. With the Canwright Heritage, I was expecting to see a little bit of shade to start coming through, but not really seeing that. Maybe a little tiny bit there on the K, but most of it no. Again, with the Black Ivy, expecting to see a red sheen coming through. Not seeing anything. If I turn the page, it's a nightmare. Look at that. I know some of these are fairly wide nibs, but even here with the fine nib of the Jinhao 80, I'm seeing that coming through. We're seeing ink bleeding through on a lot of these pens. On the page over here, I know it's a bit hard to see, but we're seeing there dots where it's actually come through and matte the other page. Only with dots, not with actual lines or anything, but still coming through, still bleeding through quite badly. So how they can describe this as fountain pen friendly, I've got absolutely no idea. I would say this is not a fountain pen friendly notebook. Now, the problem I do have, I don't know how long these were in stock. You know, is it something that was fairly new stock? Is it something that they've had for maybe 5 years sat on the shelf? And over that time, obviously, some of the paper would, or all of the paper would have dried a little bit if it's not in a proper temperature and humidity controlled room. I don't know. I received this at Christmas as part of the ink event calendar from my wife. And I've got to be honest, after seeing this test, I am extremely disappointed. I've got $2 notebooks which perform better than this. And this was 26 Aussie dollars. So this was not cheap paper. Very, very disappointed. To the state that I will not buy a Memmo notebook again. So these are my grumpy thoughts on the Memmo dotted notebook and how it performs with fountain pens. So what are your thoughts on this notebook? Have you got any Memmo note paper? Have you had experiences with similar paper? Please drop a comment down below. Let's kickstart the conversation. Please hit the thumbs up button. Every time you like, every time you comment, just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.